Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. There's been an explosive buzz in the NFL circles this week, and if you thought the offseason was slow, think again, because everything just got heated around Miami. Rumors are swirling that Tua Tagovailoa, the young quarterback who has become synonymous with precision and unpredictability in equal measure, might be on the move. The Minnesota Vikings, a team always hungry for a franchise-altering talent, reportedly sent a proposal to the Dolphins that could shake the foundations of the league. Insiders are hinting at immediate discussions, with the possibility of a blockbuster trade that could see Tua leaving the sunny shores of Miami for the chilly winds of Minnesota. Fans are losing their minds, and analysts are scrambling to decode what this could mean for both franchises, considering the stakes involved. The Dolphins' management has remained tight-lipped, fueling even more speculation, while Tagovailoa himself is said to be taking the proposal seriously, weighing every factor, from team dynamics to championship potential. This kind of movement could redefine the quarterback landscape, and the NFL is watching closely as one of its brightest stars seems poised at the brink of a career-altering decision, leaving supporters and skeptics alike on edge with every passing rumor. If you look at Tua's career trajectory, it's been a mix of brilliance and challenges, a narrative that makes this potential move all the more intriguing. Since being drafted, he has shown flashes of incredible talent, the kind that makes defenses tremble and highlight reels explode across social media platforms. His chemistry with key receivers has been the cornerstone of Miami's offensive strategy, and the whispers of him possibly packing his bags have sent waves of uncertainty through the locker room and fan base alike. Minnesota, on the other hand, has been hunting for that quarterback capable of elevating the franchise to perennial contender status, and insiders suggest that Tua fits that mold almost perfectly. The timing of this proposal is critical, with the NFL calendar dictating trade windows and team strategies, meaning that every phone call, every meeting, and every analysis could be decisive. Analysts are dissecting every stat, every pass completion rate, every moment of clutch performance to predict what could happen, while fans create a frenzy on social media, debating whether this would be the ultimate win-win or a risky gamble that could backfire spectacularly for both sides in the long run. The financial implications of such a trade are already a hot topic, with contracts, salaries, and cap space adding layers of complexity that could determine the feasibility of this move. Tua's current contract with the Dolphins is substantial, reflecting both his potential and his proven value. Yet a trade would involve intricate negotiations to ensure that both teams emerge with benefits that justify the risk. Some insiders suggest that the Vikings are willing to make bold moves, offering draft picks or players in return, signaling they see Tua as a foundational piece for years to come. Meanwhile, the Dolphins face a delicate balance, weighing loyalty, team stability, and the potential to rebuild or redirect their offensive strategy if Tua departs. The quarterback's perspective adds another dimension. Personal aspirations, team culture, championship ambitions, and even geographic preferences could all influence a decision that might come faster than anyone anticipates. The rumor mills are spinning, conversations behind closed doors are intensifying, and media outlets are sharpening their coverage, knowing that a confirmation or denial could send shockwaves across the league, affecting everything from betting lines to fan morale, creating a drama that feels almost cinematic in scale. Adding to the intrigue, sources suggest that Tagovailoa has been quietly evaluating his own options, speaking with advisors, and envisioning scenarios where a change of scenery could accelerate his career trajectory. The Vikings' proposal reportedly includes a comprehensive plan not just for Tua on the field, but also for his role within the team culture, his training regimen, and long-term development strategy. This level of detail indicates that the organization is serious about integrating him as a cornerstone, not merely a temporary fix. Meanwhile, Dolphins insiders are monitoring these developments with cautious optimism, aware that while Tua's departure would be impactful, it could also open doors for a new quarterback to rise, creating a ripple effect that will influence draft decisions and free agency moves. The entire NFL ecosystem is abuzz, with pundits speculating on scenarios, from immediate trades to conditional agreements, and fans endlessly theorizing on forums about how this potential move could alter playoff dynamics, and season outlooks. Every whisper, every unofficial report, and every analyst tweet contributes to a narrative that feels almost too sensational to be contained within the usual news cycles, transforming what could be a single trade into a saga capturing the attention of millions. It's impossible to ignore the human element in all of this, with TUA's personal brand, public image, and relationships with teammates hanging in the balance as the rumor grows louder. While the focus often lands on numbers, statistics, and team strategies, the emotional component plays a critical role, shaping not just locker room morale, but also fan loyalty and media perception. The idea of leaving Miami, a city that has seen him rise and has embraced him as a cornerstone of their future, for Minnesota, where expectations are high and pressures mount immediately, is monumental. Sources hint that TUA is meticulously considering lifestyle factors, team chemistry, and the pressure cooker environment of high-stakes competition, balancing them against the career-defining opportunities such a move could present. Meanwhile, Vikings fans are already imagining stadium banners, jersey sales, and the resurgence of a franchise long in search of a defining quarterback. As these rumors continue to circulate, the tension grows, leaving everyone from casual observers to diehard supporters on edge, contemplating what might unfold in a saga that seems poised to dominate headlines, conversations, and perhaps the trajectory of both teams for years to come. Despite the whirlwind of speculation, nothing is set in stone, and the NFL's volatile nature ensures that rumors can evolve faster than anyone anticipates. The Dolphins might leverage this interest to strengthen their negotiating position, or perhaps TUA himself might exert influence over the decision-making process, ensuring that any move aligns with both personal ambition and professional strategy. The stakes are extraordinarily high, with multiple variables including draft picks, cap space, coaching philosophies, and fan engagement shaping the potential outcomes. Rumors of this magnitude rarely exist in isolation. They ripple outward, affecting league dynamics, media narratives, and even merchandise sales. As discussions reportedly continue behind closed doors, insiders warn that any public announcement could trigger a cascade of responses from other franchises, potentially initiating a domino effect in the quarterback market. Meanwhile, fans remain glued to social media feeds, forums, and sports networks, dissecting every clue and statement for hidden meanings, fully aware that in the NFL, a single trade rumor can transform an entire season, reshape a franchise's identity, and alter the narrative arcs of players and teams alike in ways that resonate far beyond the field. Adding another layer to the swirling rumors, insiders are now suggesting that Tua Tagovailoa's potential departure from Miami could trigger an entirely new wave of strategic maneuvers across the league. Teams that were previously sidelined or hesitant may suddenly become active participants, watching the Dolphins-Vikings negotiation closely, ready to pounce if an opportunity emerges. The ripple effect is staggering, as general managers analyze every possible contingency, calculating trades, draft pick valuations, and salary cap implications with near-military precision. Sources indicate that Tua himself has been meticulously studying playbooks, offensive schemes, and the roster compositions of teams rumored to be interested, reflecting a level of personal investment that highlights the seriousness of the situation. Meanwhile, fans are inundating social media with speculation, theories, and hypotheticals, from imagining Tua leading a Super Bowl run in Minnesota to the Dolphins struggling to find stability in the aftermath of his departure. Pundits are dissecting every gesture, every interview, and even off-field appearances, searching for subtle clues that could hint at his intentions. In this high-stakes chess match, every move matters, and the narrative of one quarterback potentially changing franchises is evolving into a saga that transcends statistics and becomes a story of ambition, loyalty, and the volatile nature of professional sports, capturing the imagination of millions of followers who live for every twist and turn. Complicating matters further, there are whispers that Tua's advisors have been in constant dialogue with both team front offices, weighing every factor that could influence the quarterback's decision. From offensive line strength and coaching philosophy to locker room culture and playoff aspirations, no detail is being overlooked. The Vikings reportedly envision Tua not just as a starting quarterback, but as a centerpiece around which they could reconstruct their entire offensive identity, and sources suggest they're prepared to make significant concessions to secure him. On the other side, Miami is reportedly evaluating multiple scenarios, from negotiating a return of key players in a trade package to preparing internal candidates who could assume the quarterback role if Tua departs. The speculation has ignited a firestorm across sports media, with analysts debating whether this move represents a calculated risk or a potentially career-defining opportunity for all parties involved. Fans are creating elaborate projections, imagining game-winning drives, playoff matchups, and the cultural shift within stadiums and fan bases alike. Every rumor, tweet, or insider report now carries enormous weight, transforming what might have been a single transaction into a multi-layered story of intrigue, strategy, and the relentless quest for football glory, keeping the NFL landscape on edge as events unfold. Another fascinating angle emerging from the speculation is the potential impact on team morale and chemistry, aspects often overlooked in trade analyses yet crucial to the success of any quarterback transition. Sources suggest that within the Dolphins' locker room, reactions are mixed, with some players expressing concern about the possible departure of a teammate who has become central to offensive operations and leadership dynamics. Conversely, others see an opportunity for internal growth, a chance for a new quarterback to rise and bring fresh energy into the system. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, whispers indicate that the arrival of Tua could dramatically shift the locker room atmosphere, igniting optimism but also introducing pressure on both the coaching staff and teammates to accommodate and elevate performance expectations. Analysts are already debating whether Tua's style aligns seamlessly with the Vikings' offensive philosophy and whether his experience in high-pressure situations can translate effectively in a new environment with a different roster and climate challenges. Fans, ever passionate, are generating viral discussions, memes, and debates about the potential season outcomes, imagining every possible scenario, from triumphant victories to unforeseen setbacks, further intensifying the atmosphere around this rumor. The ongoing intrigue demonstrates that beyond contracts and statistics, football is fundamentally about people, relationships, and the delicate balance that determines whether success follows a move of this magnitude. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Financial ramifications continue to dominate discussions among insiders and media pundits, adding layers of complexity that could determine whether this trade moves forward or stalls indefinitely. Tua Tagovailoa's contract, performance incentives, and potential renegotiations present a web of variables that both Miami and Minnesota must carefully navigate to ensure the trade benefits all parties. Sources suggest that the Vikings are prepared to make aggressive financial maneuvers, potentially reallocating cap space and restructuring other contracts to accommodate a quarterback they view as transformational. The Dolphins, meanwhile, are reportedly exploring avenues to maximize return value, considering draft picks, players, and future considerations in order to balance the loss of a franchise quarterback against long-term team development. Sports economists and analysts are dissecting every angle, projecting potential revenue shifts, merchandising impacts, and marketability consequences that could accompany Tua's move. Fans and commentators alike speculate on the domino effect, imagining how this trade could prompt other teams to reevaluate their quarterback situations, potentially setting off a chain reaction that reshapes the NFL landscape. The intricacy of these financial negotiations underscores the high stakes, revealing that beyond on-field performance, a single trade can influence organizational strategy, fiscal planning, and fan engagement in ways that reverberate far beyond the initial rumor. Meanwhile, the media landscape is amplifying the speculation to an unprecedented scale, turning what might have been a standard trade discussion into a full-blown narrative spectacle. Every press conference, cryptic social media post, and offhand comment is being analyzed for hidden meanings or subtle confirmations, fueling fan excitement and anxiety in equal measure. Pundits dissect potential scenarios in live broadcasts, while sports networks provide constant updates, creating a 24/7 news cycle around a single player's future. Rumor-based reporting has never been this intense, with the Tua saga offering a compelling mix of drama, strategy, and emotional resonance that captivates audiences far beyond typical game analysis. Within fan communities, conversations evolve into elaborate simulations, with mock drafts, potential lineups, and playoff projections becoming daily talking points. Even casual observers are drawn into the narrative, compelled by the idea that the fate of a franchise, and perhaps an entire division, could pivot on a single decision. The pervasive attention and speculation underscore a larger truth about professional sports. Beyond the physical game itself, the stories, personalities, and strategic gambles capture public imagination, turning a rumor into a saga capable of dominating headlines, feeds, and conversations for weeks, if not months. Adding to the speculation, sources suggest that Tua Tagovailoa himself is contemplating not just the immediate effects of a trade, but the long-term implications for his career trajectory and legacy. The quarterback reportedly evaluates potential championship windows, the coaching environment, the skill set of available receivers, and even community and lifestyle factors, reflecting a maturity and strategic mindset that goes beyond simple team preference. Minnesota, sensing an opportunity, seems poised to present a comprehensive plan not just for his on-field performance, but also for his integration into the franchise culture, promising stability, support, and resources to maximize his impact. Miami, conversely, faces a delicate balancing act, managing fan expectations, internal morale, and long-term strategic goals, while also preparing contingencies for quarterback succession. Analysts speculate that the outcome could redefine perceptions of both teams, with Tua either cementing a legacy as a transformative quarterback in Minnesota or leaving a void in Miami that prompts a broader organizational reevaluation. The human element remains central. Personal ambition, career goals, and life outside the field all play crucial roles in shaping decisions, ensuring that the narrative around this potential move remains as compelling and multidimensional as the athlete himself. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.